All phases today. It's very good to see us do that. Scored a lot of runs today, had 3 big innings. Had some 2-out hits. Weston Wilson got it going we had back-to-back 2-strike hits, and then Weston hit the 3-run homer with 2 outs to get us going. Florida State responded like a lot of good teams do and scored 3 in the top of the 5th, and then we came back and had another big inning. So just overall, I thought we played really, really well. Offensively, put together some good at-bats. Defensively, we turned 3 double plays today. That's been an area, that we haven't been as good as we would like to be. And, you got to give a lot of credit to our pitching staff today. Florida State does a great job of putting themselves in a position to get on base. And, our pitchers did a great job of executing pitches and getting ground balls, and our defense did an excellent job of turning some double plays, 3 big double plays for us today. So very, very proud of our pitching and our defense. Eubanks, Charlie gave us just enough, and Eubanks was really, really good, pitched out of some jams, and Crawford threw maybe as good as I've seen Crawford throw all year. So very, very refreshing to see, 2 freshmen there, 2 freshmen through the final 4 innings and pitched very, very well. So, just overall, very proud of the way we played today, and we got game 1, and hopefully, we can use some momentum going into game 2.
Coach, is Eubanks more comfortable out of the pen, or do you foresee yourselves to continue using him as a starter?
I don't know. Comfort's kind of a funny word. I think he's pitched better out of the pen. We used him early on out of the pen, and then we started him. I guess it was the South Carolina weekend is when he made his first start. And, since then, we've used him, mainly as a starter, and he's had some really good starts, and he's struggled some as a starter, but I think he's better suited out of the bullpen. And we made the decision to put him back in the bullpen, really probably for the rest of the year. We feel like that's our game plan moving forward. Let's pitch him out of the pen. We definitely would like to pitch him twice on the weekend as opposed to just once.
Does this let you set up your rotation the way you want now for the rest of the weekend?
I really hope so. Yeah, I'm never going to guarantee that, but I would hope that we'll be able to kind of set a rotation, for the rest of the year. With Charlie going in game 1, and got to decide what I'm going to do in game 2. Talk a little bit about that in a minute, and throwing Schnell in game 3. So I know the question is going to be asked, so I'll just tell you, we're going to talk about it as a staff. We're either going to go Clate or Pat Crawl, one of the two, and probably just need to look at it and try to make the best decision that we can make. But we'll talk about it as a staff here in a little bit, and I don't think it's going to take us very long to make that announcement. But I'd like to talk to Coach C and Coach LaCroix and Coach Starbuck, talk as a staff, and make that decision here in just a little bit.
Did the guys play with the looseness and just having fun again? Did you get a sense of that today?
I did. I thought they were much looser today. It was a big theme of this week for us, was just play free and easy and loose and have fun, be aggressive in the strike zone. I thought our approaches were really, really good today. I thought we did a good job of adjusting some, and their starting pitcher Compton. He's a savvy guy. He was shutting us down there for a while, and Weston came up, big for us right there and kind of broke it open. But overall, I thought our approaches were really good. And again, I was really more proud of how we pitched out of the pen, and defensively, heck, to turn 3 big double plays right there for us is huge. KJ Bryant made a nice play coming in on the fly ball, and Weston made a great play, to end the game. So I thought Weston, smoked some balls today. He hit a couple balls, really good. Only had 1 hit, and it was a big one. But, hit a ball hard to third, hit a ball hard to right field. Overall, it was, we put together a good ball game today.
Green came up with a pinch hit, leadoff double in the 8th. Is he likely to start tomorrow at third?
Yes. Yep, he'll start at third tomorrow.
You guys had a lot of guys here for a reunion this weekend. Talk a little bit about that, what that does for your program.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun this weekend, just meeting some of the players, the former players from all the different eras. And one thing that was apparent was how special Clemson is to these guys, how much respect they had for their coaches when they played here. And I always love to hear the great Bill Wilhelm stories. A couple guys, Rusty Atkins came in and spent the day with us on, I guess it was Friday. We were practicing. He came in the dugout and we showed him the locker room, and he said, those lockers are a little bit better than the one nail that I had in a wall. So I thought that was pretty funny. But overall, it was great to have those guys here today, and we played a really good game in front of them. So hopefully we made them proud today.
Chris Oki looks like he's feeling more comfortable behind the plate and at the plate. Is that fair?
Well, Chris Oki's an All-American. He's the best catcher in the country, in my opinion. He's one of the best players in the country, in my opinion. And he's one of the toughest kids I've ever coached. I've been doing this for quite a while, and there's not a pitch, there's not a play, there's not a practice, there's not a game that he takes off. And that's as big a compliment as I can give a player. I've never seen a guy that plays with more energy, pitch by pitch, than Chris Oki. So, he's really, really good. He's a guy that I enjoy being able to watch practice and play every single day.
Anything else?